Is Arcane Denial good in Stasis as a cantripping counterspell, or is it just too risky to give your opponent all those cards? So I'm going to be testing some interesting Stasis builds here in the coming weeks or so. And the first question I wanted to ask is Arcane Denial a suitable replacement for Counterspell? Counterspell has double pips, and it literally just says counter target spell. But it is the double blue pips that I worry about. If we're going to be splashing white or black into Stasis, then it really needs to be done on color fetches. So I would have a basic plains or a basic swamp in the list. And I would want to be able to cast a counterspell off of that. I have seen that Arcane Denial has been played in many different Stasis lists by many different people for many different reasons. Some of it is to smooth out mono requirements, but some of it is because having a counterspell that cycles is actually really freaking strong. And I am going to test this in today's list. I'm going to see if it is feasible to play Arcane Denial over counterspell in Stasis. I am on the play in match 1 versus Myshtar a la Quista. You know where that's from, then like this video. All right, let's go ahead and draw our cards. Hey, and we've got Arcane Denial in spades right here off of Shivan Reef, which is kind of exactly where I would want to have it. I am going to keep this hand. Basic island pass turn. Oh, am I getting duressed? No, I'm getting mountained. So this might be a fire instead of an Arcane Denial. We're just going to have to see. I am going to take the hit from the Jackal Pup. Usually these decks will play multiple 1-drops. Yeah, there's the Mog Fanatic. Okay, so I am just going to fire here. Just like that. I'm going to fall to 16, but at least I'm not going to be under any onboard pressure. And the hero is tapped out, which will give me a runway to do silly Portent things. Do I want these cards? I don't think I do. Like, I could take the Impulse, actually. So maybe I do Chain of Vapor on the bottom, Forsaken City in the middle, Impulse on the top. And now I have the option of either Arcane Denial on something or Impulse. And I don't have to take the pip of damage off the Shivan Reef to do this. Yeah, Seal of Fire, that just puts me to a lower life total. Curse Scroll, I'm not really worried about. All right, it's time for Impulse. I'm going to try and find Stasis. I did not find Stasis. I just found another Forsaken City. I am going to pitch an Arcane Denial here to untap my Forsaken City. And that is entirely too many of those. Okay, well, I'm probably casting Arcane Denial this turn. I'm going to put Chain of Vapor on the bottom, Root Maze on the top, Impulse in my hand. I can pitch City to untap. And if they want to tap out just to Curse Scroll me, I'm going to be perfectly fine with that. Looks like that might be what they're doing. I will Impulse. Really digging for that Stasis. I don't want the stuff on top of my deck. Ah, there it is. There's Stasis right there. Ah, but there's a Root Maze underneath of it. I would be putting Root Maze to the bottom of my deck. Oh wait, no, that's not Stasis. That's Fire Ice. What am I even doing? Taking the Root Maze. What am I doing? Pitching City there. Oh, and I just found Root Maze Stasis. Do I want to be doing this? I don't have to play Root Maze. I could just play Stasis. I'm going to just play Stasis. This makes Curse Scroll a lot worse. And now I'm holding open Arcane Denial, which will draw me into another card. When I cast it, of course. Yeah, that's fine. Seal of Fire in my face, whatever. And in this position, Arcane Denial is looking really good. I don't think I need this Black Vise. I think I'm going to pitch it. Basic Island is a big pickup. I have the option of playing Root Maze here. I don't think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to hold open Arcane Denial still. That is Island number 3. That means that Thwart is live. Just going to be patient. All right, Thwart is live. I think this Thwart means that I can safely tap out of Arcane Denial and I can deploy Root Maze. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Root Maze is down. No more lands will be entering untapped. The lands that they have are the lands that they have, I guess. That is a Ball Lightning. I am going to Thwart this. Incinerate puts me to 8. Jackal puts me to 6. I am going to start doing Forsaken City things. I think, unfortunately, the time for Arcane Denial has passed. Unless... Hang on. I don't have to drop Black Vise yet. I don't have to drop any lands either. And yeah, at this point, they need double Fire Blast. So I could counter one of the Fire Blasts. Yeah, I'm going to start pitching to Forsaken City here. I'm going to trade cards for mana because the Thwart allowed me to do that. Oh, wait, but no, I pitched the Arcane Denial, right? So I don't actually have to do this now. So I am just going to drop Black Vise here, and we're going to go to town on the opponent's life total. For some reason, I still thought that I had the Arcane Denial in hand, but I didn't. And now I guess we're just going to hope that they don't draw double Fire Blast. I'm going to play a single island here, and I'm going to hold the other island in hand. I am preparing for Gush. I didn't hit Gush. I hit Chain of Vapor, which is fine, actually. Just pitch it. And the hero needs to do something fairly quickly. Their total's getting very low. All right, if they don't have double Fire Blast in hand right now, then they lose. All right, and Stasis and Root Maze kind of just got there. There was an opportunity for Arcane Denial to do something really interesting, but unfortunately, I kind of just pitched it. It just never was in a good position. Like, maybe if I had been planning it out a little bit more, then I could have held Arcane Denial in hand, but I was not really thinking ahead that far, I think. But yeah, the hero just didn't have double Fire Blast and I won the game. Thanks, Root Maze. Root Maze is really something. So against Sligh, these chills come in. Gonna take out my Flash of Insights. Going to take out the Root Maze, actually, and I'm gonna take out Mana Short. I take out Root Maze versus Sligh because Chill is my Root Maze. Just go ahead and run it back. This is a pretty easy keep. I could turn 2 Stasis with this hand if I wanted to. I might. This isn't the sort of deck that is going to be running things like Wastelands. They've got Mishra's Factories, and that's already enough of a stretch. Or I could just rip Fire Ice. I like that too. Let's play out Basic Island here. I think I'm just going to take the hit. All right, and now I've got Arcane Denial and Fire Ice open. Yeah, that's just a bolt to my face. Ooh, they did not tap out for the Ball Lightning. I guess my fear here is something like a Sulfuric Vortex, which would have me want to hold open the Arcane Denial. But I think I am just going to kill their things. Okay, they are doing the Grim Lavamancer then, so that means Sulfuric Vortex is not a concern. Monk Fanatic, I'm not worried about. You know what I am worried about, though? I'm kind of worried about Pyroblast. So I think I am going to just drop Shivan Reef and get Black Vise down while I can. And I'm not going to play the Stasis directly into Pyroblast. Sure. Jackal Pup, you got it. Okay, it is Stasis time. They did not immediately Pyroblast. And I think Arcane Denial might finally have its day in the sun. With the number of non-basic lands that I have right now, I don't think I want Thwart. And I'm just going to continue holding open everything. It's an Overload. Oh, that's just for Black Vise? Yeah, I don't care about that. I might use the Chain of Vapor to get an untap in. And I think I will. I'm going to do it off of the city. And if they have Pyroblast here, then I just use Arcane Denial on it. Yeah, I will pitch 1 Stasis. Basic Island, love to see it. And Stasis again. So this is going to represent a decent number of draws over some number of turns. Oh, double Arcane Denial. That's interesting. I like that a lot. These Arcane Denials are going to cycle. Yeah, they're just bolting my face. I'm okay with that. Kind of hoping that they give me a real reason to use these Arcane Denials. They're not yet. At this point, though, I might cycle Arcane Denial on basically anything. Yeah, Seal of Fire. I will just deny that. And now we get to do the triggers. So the card, the trigger that I click first is going to go on the stack first. So I've been clicking Stasis. I want Forsaken Cities underneath that. I want them to draw, and then I want to draw. That is Black Vise. I'm going to float blue off Forsaken City. I haven't decided if I'm going to be playing Black Vise yet, though. That might depend on how many cards they draw. They chose the full 2. I am going to keep all of the cards in my hand And I'm going to place Black Vise this turn. Would love something like a Thwart or a Gush here. I feel like I say that a lot. Uh-oh, they have the Overload. Oh, it's just Overload, though. Okay, it's not Pyroblast. Okay, well, I'm really looking for something. Yeah, the Arcane Denial cycling was actually really useful. But now if they just have the Fire Blast, then I lose. Yeah, they have the Fire Blast. Just a little bit too short on resources to be able to counter that Fire Blast, unfortunately. If I had a Thwart, then I would have been okay. But I did not have a Thwart, and it was not coming. That's fine. I didn't even see any chills that game. So OSB, you side out Arcane Denials against Sligh, huh? I could see siding out the Arcane Denials and bringing in something like Pyroclasm. But I am going to be testing out Arcane Denial in this league specifically, so I will keep it in. Even if it is a bit dangerous. We're here to see. We're here to play the card. Oh, this is a really risky hand. Oh, this is so risky. It has Chill, Stasis, Gush. It has everything I could possibly want, but it doesn't have a basic island and it only has one land. If this had a Portent in it, then I would keep it, but I'm going to mulligan. Ugh. I am going to keep this hand. I think, unfortunately, I have to just kind of bottom an Impulse. Yeah, I'm going to bottom Impulse. Would love to just naturally rip a second island here. I didn't. All right, Impulse, dig me out of this. I hit the basic land. I am going to take it. Okay, so I have Fire Ice in hand. I don't think I'm going to use it. Do I just want to cycle the Arcane Denial? I feel like if I was going to cycle something, then it would be the Fire Ice, right? But I think I just want to kill their creatures. Yeah, here I am going to pitch the Chain of Vapor, untap Forsaken City, and I am going to pitch cast a Gush. Gonna see what we hit. We hit Portent and Black Vise. So I will cast those cards. Double Portent and Gush, huh? I don't think I want these. I think I'm going to shuffle. That's Seal of Fire. I think I'm going to respond with Fire on Goblin Cadets and Grim Revolvemancer right here. All right, yeah, they take out my Black Vise. That's not really a big deal. I need a Stasis, honestly. Oh, I found Stasis. All right. Okay, everything's fine. I'm going to pitch a Thwart. I don't think I need double Thwart. Ooh, yeah. This is good. Lightning Bolt my face. Sure. Monk Fanatic puts me to 9. I still haven't found my Chill. Would love Chill. Okay, it is Stasis time. And that just happened. I'm really looking for a Chill here. Instead, I found Shivan Reef. I have Thwart. I should probably just hold open Thwart. Although I could take a point of damage, but that would put me to 8, which would put me vulnerable to Fire Blast. Yeah, I'm just going to pass turn here. I'm going to pitch the Arcane Denial. Maybe that's wrong, but I kind of want to just hold open Chain of Vapor. Lightning Bolt puts me to 7. That's not super comfortable. That puts me to 5, which is an effective 4. That's not super comfortable either. That puts me to an effective 2. I'm going to thwart this Jackal Pup. Man, I really need a Chill here. I'm going to pitch the Chain of Vapor. I kind of just want lands. Maybe not that many lands. So now I'm just going to die to a Fire Blast. I'm not super happy with this arrangement. I needed Chill. Yeah, here they go. Here's the Fire Blast. Yikes. So that is a loss in match 1 to Sligh. I did not play this optimally, as OSB was mentioning. I could have, at one point here, probably cycled this Arcane Denial, and that would have gotten me 3 cards deeper into my deck. So I would have drawn a couple of bangers here, but it's fine. So I need to remember that I can cycle Arcane Denial to draw 3 cards if I want to counter one of my own spells. I have to remember that. All right, let's move on to match 2. If you're enjoying the video and think you'd like watching more of what I make, please consider subscribing so YouTube can notify you when I go live and upload videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you. I'm on the play here in match 2 versus JupiterJr. I think I'm going to keep this. It's a bit of an unorthodox hand, but I think it's good. Island, Evil Ponder. Keep these cards. 3rd Fire Ice. I think I might be down for a 3rd Fire Ice. Island, Fire Ice, Island. By the time I get all these Fire Ices out of my hand, I will have drawn a bunch more cards. Hey, basic Swamp into Duress. Take a good long look. You really should take the Root Maze out of this hand, because I'm calling it now. Root Maze is going to royally screw you over later in the game. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Root Maze is down. But now I get to hold open Fire Ice. Oh, yikes. Maybe I should have put Fire Ice lower down then. Go ahead and tap your forest. Gonna cycle one of these, but I have just lost my entire hand. Oh, hey, they went for Black Vise instead because I did that. That's beautiful. I love to see that. I think I am gonna pretty aggressively cycle these, and I'm gonna do it on the forest because I think that's most likely going to be their source of creatures this turn. All right, and now I am holding open Fire Ice, I'm holding open Thwart, and I'm not as afraid of Cabal Therapy as I used to be. Ooh, yep. Counter that. Just hard cast a Thwart. Just say no. No fourth land. There's the fourth land. Yavimaya Elder. Yeah, sure. You can do that. You gonna use it to flashback Cabal Therapy? No. I think I'm just gonna hold. Gush is really good. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna cast this Fire Ice here. I will, however, hard cast a Gush. Draw some extra cards. In the market for Stasis. Ooh, Flash of Insight. You don't say. Oh, this card advantage is just coming my way. This is fantastic. I'm just going to let this Duress resolve. They took the counter spell. And I am just going to cycle Flash of Insight here. I'm going to do it for a nice big number. Take a look at the top, however many cards in my deck. Finding Arcane Denial. But I also could find Impulse, and I think I will take the Impulse. I don't believe I need to be doing anything fancy with this Forsaken City yet. They have a Dust Bowl in play, and I just kind of don't want to expose it. And I think I'm ready to look for Stasis. Impulse, found Stasis, Impulse again, found Portent. I think I will take it. And I think it might be Stasis time. I am going to ice their Dust Bowl. And they just let it go. All right. Time to find a counterspell of some sort. I found Chain of Vapor instead, but I also found another Fire Ice. So I guess I can stack these cards however I want to, right? So that means City on the bottom, Fire Ice in the middle, Chain on top. Yeah, let's just go ahead and drop Stasis now. And now we've got Forsaken City going as well. I kind of just need a Black Vise at this point, and then we're mostly rolled up. Root Maze is no longer in my deck, so I am not going to worry about Forsaken City here. Just going to do Stasis things. That's Cabal Therapy. I think I let that go. But they have something that they're trying to protect. Counterspell. Sorry, friend, not in my deck today. Not today. But this might be a Pernicious Deed. Oh, it's just Naturalize? Instant speed even? Or sorcery speed, I guess? And now they're getting their stuff down. Living Wish, huh? For a Tempting Worm? Sure. Unfortunately for you, friend, I remember that I have this Flash of Insight in my graveyard, and I am just going to max size it right now. And let's try and find another Stasis. I found another Stasis. I am going to take another Stasis. I am going to play another Stasis. And I think I am going to ice this Swamp. Chain of Vapor is a really good hit. I like that. That's protection. Kind of just waiting for Black Vise, though. Mana Short's a good pickup. Oh, I guess their Birds of Paradise is untapped. So I should have Ice to the Birds. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for a Black Vise here. Not particularly comfortable. I don't know if I Mana Short them either. I think I'm just going to keep playing. Okay, Arcane Denial is exactly the sort of backup that I was looking for. Now I get to chain my Stasis and back it up with a Denial. And I am going to sack a land here, and I'm going to bounce their Birds of Paradise. Do I want to Arcane Denial this? No, I don't. I do want to Mana Short them, though. Okay, and we are in much better shape now. I'm going to try and just end this game. I have so many resources, I think I can afford to do that. Yeah. Black Vise on the bottom. Gush on top, Arcane Denial above that. Play out your land. Play Stasis. And I've got counter spells for days here. Counter spells that cantrip even, which is lovely. Triple Arcane Denial. All right. I'm all rolled up. I've got this game in the bag. And just in time, too, because I am running out of time. Okay, y'all, you came here to see Arcane Denial, right? You want some Arcane Denials? I've got some Arcane Denials for you. Got a lot of Arcane Denials. I have so many Arcane Denials. They're falling out of my pockets. Won't somebody please take my Arcane Denials? Treetop Village entering tapped. Love to see it. I'm just going to Arcane Denial this just for the fun of it. Are they going to draw cards? They did not draw cards. What a shame. Oh, I'm just going to drop this other Black Vise and kill them. Don't need to have them and let them have another turn here. All right, y'all came here to watch me play with some Arcane Denials, and they showed up. They showed up. So versus this deck, I kind of did some light touch sideboarding. Fire Ice isn't fantastic against them, but Flash of Insight is. I don't think I need Annuls specifically for stuff like Nevinyrral's Disc and Pernicious Deed. I don't need Pyroclasms. I don't need any of this stuff. Like, you could really make an argument to be like, yeah, well, you can side out your Portents and bring in Annuls. But Portents are part of what makes this deck resilient to discard. So I am going to keep them in. Speaking of resilient to discard, let's keep this. Gonna Portent myself. I found Black Vise. I'm gonna put Chain of Vapor on the bottom, Black Vise underneath that, Island on top. Not gonna shuffle. Yeah, that's just a turn 2 Yavimaya Elder. I'm not concerned about that. Oh, they don't have that many cards in hand. What happened? Did they mulligan really low or something? Only mulled to 6. I could drop Black Vise right now. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to hold all this stuff open. And they are just sacking their Yavimaya Elder immediately. Basic Forest, that's fine for a birds. And I am just going to Impulse here. Arcane Denial, Chain of Vapor. I think I'm going to take the Counterspell. I could fire them. Oh, I probably should have played Black Vise there. I could fire them, take them off of the double Birds of Paradise. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, that's just a big beater. I don't really care about that. What I do care about is having a way to dig for Stasis. So it's possible that I'm supposed to do the Chain of Vapor Arcane Denial trick here. I am going to do it. Chain of Vapor on your Baloth, Arcane Denial, holding down control this entire time, and we're cycling these cards. Draw 2, draw 3, draw 4, and I'm kind of not doing great. I am going to drop Black Vise just to get it out of hand. Maybe I should have done that off of the island here. Yeah, I kind of just need Stasis. I am going to ice this Ravenous Baloth. I'm really looking for Stasis right now, and I'm not finding it. I'm really not finding it. It's not like I haven't dug for it. Portent, Impulse, Arcane Denial, the cycle. I've cycled Fire Ice. I've been digging. I just haven't found it. I think I'm going to let the Ravenous Baloth go. 4, 8, 10, 13 from Treetop Village. I think it might be Stasis or Bust here. I'm going to Mono Short them. All right, yeah, they're just sacking the Yavimaya Elder. That does actually take the pressure off of me. And that's Chain of Vapor. I mean, I'm trying to do something here. I have a little bit more time to work with. Sorry, everyone. The lawnmower from the HOA folks outside might be picking up on the mic. I am going to let them swing in. And I think I am going to Chain of Vapor one of these Ravenous Baloths. And I will just thwart it on the way down. Just trying to buy as much time as I can. I'm not going to thwart that. Stasis? Oh my god. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, first off, I have to get Stasis down right the frick now. It has to happen right this second. And this means that I might be committing to a game that I shouldn't be committing to. We're gonna have to see. I do have Black Vise in play though, and that helps a lot. Double Thwart isn't nothing either. Like, if things keep going the way they are right now, then I am actually going to win this game. Okay, now I have double thwarts that can be pitch cast, which is really strong. That's a duress. I think I'm going to thwart this with the pitch cast. Yeah, they might have just had to go for it. I'm going to thwart this. Pitch cast again. And they are probably just letting me burn off this mana. Am I going to let that go? I'm going to let that go. Okay, that worked. Ooh, that's a naturalize. On my upkeep, no less. I have to flash for 1 here, I think. And I have to hope that there's like a Chain of Vapor or something. Portent is not going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to concede the game. Let's just move on to the next game here. Just didn't find Stasis fast enough, unfortunately. Okay, this is probably going to just be a keep. Do I Black Vise on one or do I Portent on one? They mulliganed. That makes Black Vise a lot less effective. I'm going to Portent on one. I found another Portent. And I found another Arcane Denial even. I think I will put Arcane Denial on the bottom, Portent in the middle, Shivan Reef on top. Whenever they've got here, they could just get. All right. So I will hold everything open. I don't have to take damage off my land to Arcane Deny something. I like that a lot. Just nothing, huh? Well, in that case, I've also got nothing. Portent myself. See if I find the goods. I did not find the goods. Let's shuffle this. Impulse was a good rip. Duress, huh? Just gonna fire off an Arcane Denial on that. That happened. And that's just a Yavimaya Elder. Honestly, I was kind of worried about a Pernicious Deed there, but that didn't happen, fortunately. No Stasis still. I hope this Impulse finds one. Yeah, I think... Well, actually, I'm going to let this go. They can take one counterspell if they want to, but not both. They can take the Root Maze if they want, and that's kind of just a waste of a Duress at this stage of the game. And they took the Thwart. That's a Hypnotic Spectre. I think I am going to Impulse over top of this and see if I find Stasis. I did not find Stasis. I found Gush, and I found Black Vise. I'm going to take the Gush. I think I'm going to let that go, and I am just going to chain it. Chain of Vapor, your hippie. Okay, Black Vise is down. And I think I might just do it again. Honestly, I need to burn some of these Black Vises. And once again, I'm just not finding really anything. Oh, I should have done that off of the basic island. I don't know what I'm thinking about that. Whatever, just took a point of life for no reason. Fire Ice is decent. Hippie's down again. Oh, and they're doing something else. Just a Withered Wretch? That's fine. Very clearly holding open Naturalize. Just gonna tap this down. I really need a Stasis here. I'm not finding it. Found basic island. I don't think I Gush. I think I kind of just have to let them hit me. Oh, they hit my Flash of Insight off the Withered Wretch. Maybe I should have cast it. I don't know. Taking 5, falling to a really low life total. I lost my Forsaken City. And I still haven't found Stasis. Not for lack of trying, by the way. Just haven't found it. All right, Gush, please save me. Nope. Gush didn't save me. Maybe if I had cast that Chain of Vapor out of my graveyard, then it would have been okay. Yikes. So maybe a little bit of a misplay there. But honestly, just no Stasis anywhere to be seen. I would have found it too if I had done the Flash of Insight trick. Yeah, I should have just cast Flash of Insight. I kind of just hit the 1 key to clear out the Withered Wretch, and it just didn't even think about it. But if I had cast Stasis, then if I had cast Flash of Insight, then maybe I would have been okay. Just maybe. Okay, let's move on to match 3.
Did losing to my prison deck leave you feeling bitter and despondent? Work through the stages of your grief with a membership to Fate Seal Magic on Patreon, YouTube, or Twitch. As your grief matures, you'll gain perks like early video access, lessons and sideboard guides, featuring your deck in a video, and can even co-host a stream once you reach acceptance. I hope to see you on your path to healing.
I am on the play here in match 3 versus Wandervalt. I feel like I've played against them before. I will keep this hand that has consistency, interaction, and Stasis in Forsaken City. I want lands. If I can find lands, I'm going to be a very happy camper. Honestly, those aren't lands. I'm going to shuffle. I really just want lands. Great. Basic island. I'll take it. Carplusian Forest. This has got to be Goblins. Yep, there's Goblin Lackey. So I could just let the Goblin Lackey hit me. I think I'm going to. What's the worst they could put in? Something like a Siege Gang Commander? Goblin War Chief? Sure. I will Impulse here. Honestly, just for a land. Oh, Fire Ice is really tempting, though. Fire Ice is super tempting, but I think I need the island. And if they Rishid import me, I might just chain one of these things in response. Nah, I think it's fine. I think I'm just going to let it go. A Goblin Matron hardcast here for a Pile Driver. I think I am going to counter that. Taking 4, not exactly super fun. Their Goblin Ringleader mostly whiffed, though, which is very good for me. And I hit Stasis. I am going to drop Stasis. Yeah, that's just a top-decked wasteland. I don't like that. But I continue to hit basic lands, which I really like. And I can chain Stasis a couple of different times here. 15 is a pretty high life total. I've got options. If I just continue to hit basic islands, I would be extremely happy. But I didn't hit. So I'm going to have to cycle one of these Chain of Vapors and put it on Stasis. I am going to do that now. Maybe this was a little bit of bad timing. I should have done that on their upkeep before they dropped this Carplusion Forest. All right, didn't matter. Mana short, that's interesting. I could Portent and then mana short them. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do it on their upkeep. Do I want these cards? Not particularly. I'm kind of looking for another city here. All right, time to mana short. Great, I found basic island. They're cycling a Gem Palm Incinerator in response. I think that is the correct thing to do. This guy just being a creature removal spell that cycles, that's just terrifying. That's really strong. Or it would be really strong if I had creatures. Makes me glad I don't have creatures, am I right? Or are they cycling another one? They are cycling another one. And I'm F6'd. Am I F6'd? Yeah, I'm F6'd. I don't think that they're going to be casting another real spell here. Oh, actually, maybe. I'm not going to F6. I talked myself out of it. I actually don't think I'm going to be thwarting anything. Yeah, I'm F6'd. I talked myself back into it. And Goblin Lackey has put in a bunch of stuff. Oh, joy. This is just 7 right here. Oh, I do not like that. Well, I have to Stasis now. 2, 5, 7. I'm at 1. I might have to bounce the Siege Gang Commander at some point. Jeez, what a disgusting game. I literally have to counter a Mog Fanatic. I'm gonna do it with Thwart. That's so gross. Well, I've got another Thwart lined up, but honestly, this might be the end of the line for me. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I have to counter pretty much anything that they play right here, right? Oh, wait, no, never mind. They just Siege Gang Commandered, and I died. All right, sure. Wow, we are getting hit with some hard matchups, one right after another. These are some hard freaking matchups. Okay, so how do I want to handle this? Pyroclasms come in for sure. And I'm pretty sure I just want Black Vise, Mana Short, Flash of Insight out. Oop, that's not Flash of Insight. There we go. I mean, this is what Pyroclasms are for, right? And I am on the red splash today, so we've got 4 Fire Ices and 3 Pyroclasms. This should help some. All right, I will be on the play here. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna keep this. Turn 1, Black Vise on the play. Oh my god, it's another Goblin Lackey. Yep. Well, I have to drop Forsaken City now. And yeah, I'm just gonna fire the Goblin Lackey. They might get down a Goblin Pile Driver here. Oh, nope, just second Goblin Lackey, sure. Sure. We can do that. We can continue to play this game. I'm gonna pitch Thwart here. Oh, I found Root Maze. If I can find Stasis off of this Portent, then the game is gonna be over. Oh my god. I am gonna do something absolutely disgusting here. Shivan Reef on bottom, and I want Pyroclasm and Stasis here. And I'm gonna drop Root Maze. Rishadan Port enters tapped. They're swinging in with everything. I'm not gonna do the Chain of Vapor trick. They put in nothing. That terrifies me. Oh, that's really scary, actually. That's gonna make this a little bit more complicated than I was hoping it would be. I mean, they didn't put anything in last turn. Maybe they won't put anything in this turn? Nope, that's a Ringleader. And we've got Mog Fanatic coming down, but just Mog Fanatic. I wonder if I can coax them into a Snafu here. Let's see if I can get them to respect this. Maybe this is a bit of a misplay. Just maybe. They bounced my Root Maze with the Chain of Vapor copy. I really need to think here. I don't think I play Root Maze, but do I pitch Pyroclasm? Force them to respect Stasis? I'm going to do something a little bit risky here. I'm going to pitch Pyroclasm. I'm trying to walk them into Rishadan porting this Forsaken City. That's great. Okay. Okay, this is going to hurt a little bit, but I think I have to do it. I am kind of regretting not Pyroclasming. Just a little bit. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I'm regretting it just a little bit. Oh my god, I hit Gush. All right, yep, we are gushing right away. Hit 4 islands. So now they have Rishadan Port and Carplusion Forest. This can represent a Naturalize. If they have Naturalize, then I am just toast. And it looks like they do. They're attacking. Yeah, maybe I should have just kept the Pyroclasm. Well, I am going to threaten Root Maze here. Here it is. Naturalize on Stasis. Yep, I am going to Portent. I'm going to try and find something else. Yeah, that's not good enough. I feel like I could have played this a little bit better. Maybe if I hadn't chained, if I had kept... Oh, Stasis. If I had kept the Goblin Lackey in play. And now they're just trying to hit as hard as they can. Oh, that's just lethal. Jeez, that's just lethal. I'm going to let them do it. So this might have been a misplay, honestly. It might have just been a misplay. It's a hard deck to pilot. This is a really hard deck to pilot. If I had not chained the Goblin Lackey, then maybe I would have been okay. But I did, and I didn't really navigate getting Stasis and Root Maze down correctly, so I lost. Oh boy, this Goblin Gooden didn't help either. All right, on to match 4. Let's try and recover. I'm on the play here in match 4 versus Trowacl. Don't know if that's how you say that. I will keep this hand. Turn 1 Black Vise is pretty good against a lot of decks. I like it that it has Impulse, it has Forsaken City. I definitely want to be playing against like a more controlling deck with this hand. We're going to see if that's even useful. Or if we're just playing against like Burn or something where it doesn't really matter. Bloodstained Mire, we're playing against Sligh. Oh, we're not playing against Sligh. I'm getting duressed. All right. Something interesting is happening. Well, I'm just going to keep dropping Black Vises until something happens. Heroes at 12, they need to be doing something. Cabal Therapy does count as something. I'm just going to have nothing in my hand. That's probably okay. I have a lot of consistency in my deck. Gonna have to see if I can draw some of it. And they have successfully gotten underneath this Black Vise. Oh, yep, that is a Ravenous Rats. I'm just gonna discard this Chain of Vapor. Oh, I mean, if you want to just hand me Forsaken City Stasis, I suppose I'll take it. Like, that's fine. I can jive with that. So this deck is called Machinehead, huh, OSB? Yeah, they're targeting themselves with Cabal Therapy. They know what they're doing. I find it nice that Premodern just has a bunch of funny decks with funny names. Okay, yeah, Double Tempting Worm, you can take that. I wonder if this deck is playing Wastelands. Oh, I found Root Maze. If this Root Maze comes down, then it won't matter if I'm playing Wastelands. Maybe the Root Maze won't even need to come down. That's interesting. Yeah, they just give it up. Didn't even need to get the fancy stuff down. They just gave it up. Nice. Got lucky. Not going to be complaining about that. So how do I want to sideboard against this deck? Flash of Insight I definitely want. They have a lot of big creatures, so I don't know if I want Pyroclasms. Fauna Short doesn't seem particularly useful. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bring in Flash of Insight, and I'm not going to think too hard about it. Earth Totem doesn't really do much. Gaia's Blessing doesn't really do much. Annul doesn't seem particularly useful. I mean, I'm going to keep this hand, but if I get Cabal Therapied, I'm going to feel really bad. Yikes, Cabal Therapy. Okay, so they named Black Vise with Cabal Therapy, which is fantastic for me, but they almost certainly have a turn 2 play. Yeah, here's the Ravenous Rats. I'm just going to discard a Stasis to this. I know that they're going to Cabal Therapy the other one. Yeah, here we go. And my Stasis is gone. Now my hand just kind of doesn't really do much. Oh, into a Sylvan Library, huh? Okay. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, here's Black Vise. Not that it matters. Ravenous Baloth, huh? Sure, I'll take it. You got to tap out for something at some point, right? You don't. You don't have to tap out for something at some point, but you can if you want to. I think I'm going to take the hit from the Baloth here. Yeah, I'm just going to wait. Double Ice is interesting. Bolting my face is fine. I think I might start icing this Baloth. Yeah, I'm not going to ice them off of green. Okay, Impulse, finally. Something decent to do. Oh, but this could ice them off of green. Oh, interesting. Then I would just have Pyroblast to worry about. I think I'm going to Impulse and see if I even hit the Stasis. I did not. I did hit Gush, though. So maybe I'll just take that. Yeah, I don't think I was able to sufficiently punish that tap out. Getting those 2 Stasises taken out of my opening hand just hurt so badly. They've only got one card in hand, though. It can't be that bad, right? Hey, I found another Stasis. Love to see that. And they're tapping out for some big Dumbo Jumbo. I don't think I care. Not really. I did hit Portent. I am going to Portent. Triple Island. I don't think I want Triple Island. I think I want to Gush into Stasis. Boldly casting Naturalize. Do I Impulse or just chain it? I think I'm just going to chain it. Yeah, I just didn't think that I had the opportunity to dig for Counterspell there, unfortunately. I think I just kind of had to make it go. I had to do something. They are out of cards in hand. Do I want to sacrifice a land here? Sounds like their elephant or something? I think that's fine. I think I'm going to sacrifice basic mountain, and I'm going to bounce this guy. Clear the board of some tokens. Basic mountain there. Ugh. I am drawing a card off Portent, and it's just another Portent. And I'm trying to keep my life total decently high because they've got lightning bolts in their deck. They did keep a card off Sylvan Library. Oh, they're sacking their Baloth to gain life so that I don't cycle the ice. I'm actually okay with this. All right, Call of the Herd's coming down. And another Call of the Herd, it looks like. Okay, they're betting on finding a lightning bolt, it looks like. I think that's what they're trying to do. I am going to pitch a basic island here. And I kind of just have to drop Stasis. I am going to Portent first. I found Thwart. I want that Thwart. Portent, Splash, Thwart, do not shuffle, and Stasis. This is going to put me to 1, which is an extremely uncomfortable life total. There's the Grim Lavamancer. I think I have to thwart this, because that can just attack for 1. I definitely feel like I'm behind. But if I find something like a Root Maze at any point, then I'm in good shape. I just don't know if that's going to happen. But I think I need to dig for it. I don't think I have the luxury of waiting around. That's an Arcane Denial. I guess I'll take that. Yeah, my counterspells are just so freaking taxed here. I can't even tap this Shivan Reef wrong. Like, if I look at it funny, it's going to kill me. Jeez. The hero's hand is slowly filling up, though. Very slowly. Oh, they just gave up the match. I don't think they should have done that. I don't know why they did. But, I mean, a win is a win, right? Wow, sure. All right, yeah, you can just concede the game for no reason. I'm not going to see what I was going to draw, but I was really looking for Root Maze in this situation. Okay, so having a bit of a bad day, but apparently you can just make people sad enough to concede the game to you or something like that. Whatever. On to match 5. I am on a draw here in match 5 versus Alexon 1000. I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. It just kind of doesn't do anything. I will keep this. I'm going to bottom the Chain of Vapor. Oh, they're mulling to 5. Oof. Yep. And yeah, you can duress me. Would be lovely if this was a black deck that didn't play Wasteland, but I just don't think that that's a realistic hope. Or maybe it is. Oh, I hit Stasis. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass. Withered Wretch. Off of an underground sea. What does that mean? Lord of the Undead. They have 1 card in hand. I don't want to just Arcane Denial this just for the card draw, honestly. Do I think this deck is playing Wasteland? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's your Gush. Okay, sure. Yeah, I can just do that. They did draw 3 cards off of that. I'm going to play Forsaken City into Stasis. Oh, they've got a Dark Ritual here for a Sarcomancy. It's going to create a little zombie friend. That's another little zombie friend. Sure. You get some zombie friends. I'm going to pitch the Black Vise here, but I'm actually going to pay for Stasis off the island. And they just gave up the game. Yeah. I'm sorry, friend. That's what happens when you take your pet zombies deck into a Stasis matchup, I guess. I don't know if they should have done anything different. Like, it's just, I kind of just don't care about any of this stuff. Like, they had a Duress. That was the biggest thing that they played that I cared about. Even the Lord of the Undead, like, I was just kind of shrugging my shoulders and being like, I mean, I guess I'll counter it. The blue is interesting, but knowing that they're on zombies, tells me that the blue is probably just for some sort of zombie cards. I don't know. You know what seems really good against them? Pyroclasm seems really good against them. I think I am going to take out the Mana Short. Do I take out creature removal? I don't think I take out Flash. I could take out the Arcane Denials, just with the expectation that I'm going to beat them by killing all their creatures. And that would allow me to bring in this Flash of Insight, which is going to help against Duress. I don't know if this is correct, and it kind of stinks that it's Arcane Denial that I would be cutting, but I'm thinking about it, and it's just like, I want my Chain of Vapors, I want my Portents and Impulses, because these two allow me to dig through discard. And it just seems like they're really weak to a Stasis lock. I guess I have one slot that I can keep in. I don't think it's Mana Short, though. Maybe I'll keep a single Arcane Denial in just for funsies. Although I could, like, cut a Black Vise, put an Arcane Denial back in. Yeah, I think that's okay. Hopefully I'll just be able to farm them, but not with this hand. Jeez, not with this hand. That is a terrible hand. With this one, this can be anything that I want it to be. And I think just based off of that, I will keep it. Okay, it's just a turn 1 Sarcomancy. That's fine. I am going to honestly do a turn 1 Black Vise. Probably not the smartest play, but I kind of just want to keep these consistency pieces in hand for a little bit longer. I don't think I need to be turboing out Stasis anytime soon. Yeah, that's just a 2-mana 3/3. Sure. All right, I'm finding land drops, which I really like, but I'm not finding Stasis. That could be a real problem with a hand like with keeping these cards, is that it doesn't find Stasis. If I were to keep this, what order would I want to keep it in? Island on the bottom, probably. Fire Ice on top, and then Gush above that. Do I want to keep this pile, though? I'm going to be taking 10 damage even without any additional plays happening. I think I am going to keep it. Don't know if this is correct or not. I feel like they might actually out-aggro me here. But if I can survive for just a little longer... Ooh, Cabal Therapy, sure. Then I can use my consistency to dig for Stasis a little better. Like this turn, they're going to hit me for 5, maybe-ish. Probably only 5. I don't think there's a 2-mana Zombie Lord. Next turn, they're going to hit me for probably another 5. I'm going to fall to the 8 to 5-ish range. That'll give me Flash of Insight. Oh, and they are sacrificing their token here. So that's going to save me even more life. And they're taking the Gush. Wasn't really attached to that Gush anyway. Uh-huh. Sure. Still haven't seen what this blue splash is for. I'm just going to cycle this Flash of Insight. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Found an island. And you get to look at 2 islands. They took an island. Wow. I would have never guessed. Okay, so here I could upkeep, tap this Cabal Interrogator. And I think I will. And then I can use Flash of Insight to try and dig for Stasis. But I'm honestly, like, not in super hot shape here. Yikes. Definitely not in super hot shape. Yeah, I'm gonna Flash of Insight here. I'm gonna have to let that resolve. I guess it just has to be Impulse. Yeah, I'm gonna try Impulse here. Oh, Shivan Reef. I tapped it. Not that it really matters. I'm gonna have to take the fire. Likely tapping down the Nantuko Husk. That's a Graveborn Muse. I am going to ice this Nantuko Husk now. Oh, and I found Arcane Denial. Yeah, I have to thwart this, I think. I need Stasis. Where's my Stasis at? Falling to 3? That's not Stasis. All right, I didn't find it. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't find Stasis. And when you don't find Stasis, you lose games. Do I still want this sideboarding plan going the way it is? Curse Totem could shut off a couple of things. Nantuko Husk, that one creature that makes me discard. I think that's fine, though. I think it's okay. I think I'm fine. This hand has a Stasis in it, but it's a bit of a liability. I think I am going to keep because it also has Impulse and Flash. All right, turn 1 Black Vise. Let's go. The hero did mold a 6, so Black Vise is not super duper powerful. This might just be a Duress. Yeah, here we go. No pressure in play yet, fortunately. Ooh, another Duress. I am just going to let that resolve. And I'm going to have to rely on Flash of Insight to build me back, especially since they're just taking Impulse there. Okay, Cabal Therapy. That is a ton of discard. And I have nothing except this Flash of Insight now. Arcane Denial is a really interesting pickup. I might use it. Lord of the Undead. Nah, that's fine. It's time for me to start rebuilding. Gonna take that Impulse, and I'm just gonna hold it. Jeez. All of this discard. This is the 4th discard spell that's being pointed at me. I don't think I'm gonna counter it, but I am just really relying on this Flash of Insight in the graveyard. Honestly, I think I'm gonna flash right now. Got a Stasis in the graveyard that I had to exile. Do I just take Gush here? I am nowhere near ready for Stasis, but I need the cards. I think I'm gonna take the Gush. I'm not under that much pressure. Ooh, now I'm really not under that much pressure. Interesting. Now I have options. I'm gonna chain the Lord of the Undead, and I'm gonna hope that they start building back out. And now I have Arcane Denial that I can use on something. Okay, yeah, they are just casting it right back out. Honestly, I'm just gonna be okay with that. I don't know if I want all these cards, although Thwart is very nice to have. So maybe I do something like Island, Thwart, Island? Playing much more closely to a traditional combo deck here, or a control deck, I suppose. They're using Cabal Therapy here. I'm not convinced they have seen a decent chunk of my hand since the last time they checked it. I'm gonna let it go, especially since this taps them out of, or gets rid of all their creatures. I kind of just have the next like handful of creatures covered here. All right, and they are just taking my counterspell. But my hand is just stacked with removal. An Aura Flux, huh? Other enchantments have, at the beginning of your upkeep, sack this enchantment unless you pay 2. All right, well, that will need to be chained at some point. I think that's fine, though. Yeah, that Nintuko Husk is just a creature that dies to fire. Do I even fire that now? Yeah, I will, actually. And honestly, I'm not really doing a whole lot right now. I kind of just have this Pyroclasm. I have Thwart if I need it, but I'm not really doing a whole lot. And they can just kind of keep casting Lord of the Undeads until one sticks. I think I am going to Pyroclasm here. Yeah, I think they're winning. I think they're running me out of cards. This Unholy Grotto putting in some real work. It's a shame I couldn't counter that Aura Flux. I would have really loved to do that. Yeah. I really would have loved to Pyroclasm this board, but I didn't. I Pyroclasmed the previous board. They could, on their upkeep, Unholy Grotto back the Lord of the Undead, and then I'm just kind of in trouble. Yeah, I think they might have it. Geez, I'm just in a really tough spot here. This Aura Flux is hurting a lot. That means that Stasis doesn't actually just do anything, really. Ah, and I draw Rip Maze. Okay, I think I am going to wrap it up here. I just got absolutely brutalized by this Zombies deck. I was not ready. Stasis never really came at the right time, and I got discarded 1, 2, 3, 5 times. And they kind of just won with what were left over. This Aura Flux was more or less locking me out completely. Oh, that's a bit frustrating, but it just happens like that sometimes. Let's go ahead and wrap up. Today was a test of Arcane Denial. And you might take a look at the results of the league and be like, ah, yeah, Arcane Denial was the difference, wasn't it? But honestly, the places where Arcane Denial came up, it seemed pretty good. Having a counterspell that cycles, I think it might be worth it. I am going to continue playing with Arcane Denial in builds going forward because I want to do more testing with this card. But I don't know if Arcane Denial was necessarily like the reason I lost games. I actually think it was the reason I was able to do things like have enough cards in hand for Forsaken City to be triggered and stuff like that. So despite the poor results of the league, I think that Arcane Denial has shown me enough promise that I want to continue testing with it. We'll just have to see how it goes.
This program is made possible by generous funding from these sponsors, and also by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to Fate Seal Magic from viewers like you. Thank you.